Update 3.0 just released for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It brought with it some roster balancing, playable character Joker from Persona 5, along with the Memento stage and Persona music, and lastly, Stage Builder, a fan favorite feature that debuted in the Nintendo Wii smashing hit Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Like the name implies, Stage Builder is a mode that allows players to build custom stages. While the internet immediately went insane with Stage Builder, with many artists and naughty-minded gentlemen letting their imaginations run wild, I have to be honest and say that I was underwhelmed by what we received. I don't know about you guys, but I know that the Smash development team could have made the end product far superior than what was released with patch 3.0. Here I will give a detailed list on what Stage Builder is lacking in and how it could have been better. If you're ready to listen, sit back, grab a snack, and enjoy as I give my 2 cents on the current stage of the Stage Builder feature in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. First things first, what is Stage Builder? For those who are new to Smash Bros, let me grant you a brief explanation. Stage Builder is a feature in the Smash Bros games where players can build their own stages. They have complete control of everything the game has to offer, from blast zone sizes, setting, one soundtrack, and most importantly, the size, shape, and elements of the arena players must fight in. Want to make a Smash tournament legal-like stage with an epic background of Tartarus from Persona 3 like I did? Go right ahead. Want to recreate one of the most iconic first levels in video game history, Super Mario 64's Bob-omb Battlefield? Knock yourself out. Want to let your horny side take the wheel and recreate Aqua's lovely booty? It's your freedom to do so. Just don't share it online because the Nintendo ninjas have been eliminating every single suggestive and lewd stage shared through the game itself. So with all the creative and simply eye candy stages people all around the globe have been creating, what exactly makes this Stage Builder a disappointment for me, you may ask? Well, it's time to give a detailed explanation why. Stage Builder gives the option of 3 sizes for your level: small, medium, and large. It's been like this since Brawl. Personally, I find this to be very limiting. If I were to be on the Smash development team, I would have made a scale ranging from 1 to 100, where 1 would be a stage so small that it makes Flat Zone look large in comparison, and 100 would be a massive gargantuan that dwarfs even Palutena's Temple and the Great Cave Offensive. I know many of you don't find the concept of smaller than Flat Zone and larger than the Great Cave Offensive pleasing, but it's always nice to have the option. And also, who cares if it doesn't sound pleasing, since you can just adjust the scale until you find the blast zone size that best fits your desired map. Just think of the possibilities with 100 different sizes to use. A flat zone stage with a lava floor, cannons in every edge and corner, and additional lava walls, making for one hectic, insane torture chamber. A massive barren wasteland with miles and miles of ocean in the horizon, or my favorite, a giant thick sausage pizza. There is nothing tastier than assaulting filthy hedgehogs and elves while enjoying a porky, cheesy Chicago delight. 100 different sizes would grant way more options than only 3. Second in general attributes is backgrounds. To put it bluntly, they got really lazy with this. With additional 4 months of development time after the game's release, why did the Smash development team provide us with recycled backgrounds? Look at them very carefully. Battlefield, Tomodachi Life, Wrecking Crew, Kalos Pokemon League, Coliseum, Find Me, Summit, Final Destination, Magicant, Luigi's Mansion, Mario Galaxy, and Rainbow Cruise. Not a single one is original. You can like these backgrounds. I certainly do so myself, but it feels like such a step back, especially when the previous title had completely new and refreshing themes with space, sky, volcano, ocean, and urban. Not one of these was a recycle of an already existing stage. I would have loved to see new cyberpunk, steampunk, gothic, neon, forest, desert, urban jungle, and many other backgrounds to add variety. Hell, some trippy, surreal Madoka Magica labyrinth type setting would have worked excellently. Now with the aesthetics out of the way, time for the real meat of any stage. The area where combatants square off. Like its predecessor, stages can be made using the touchscreen, allowing players to freely draw the battle zone in any form they wish. In dock mode, drawing freely is done with the joystick, but it feels ultra clunky, so I say just freely draw in handheld mode. The problem can't be resolved because free drawing will never be as fluid and precise with a joystick than with your own fingers. So there is nothing to fix here, just accept the harsh truth and move on. Now, where the Battlefield did come off as lacking is in ground themes and accessories. You can choose any of the 15 terrain materials, those being grass, dirt, sand, wood, steel, marble, rubber, denim, carpet, paper, yarn, sponge, bouncy rubber, ice, and lava. Honestly, there should have been a few more terrains, and I mean some with layers, not just one single plain theme. The Smash developers didn't have to look far to find these, because they already existed in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Just look at the layers in these textures, not just dirt, but actual bedrock. Not just sand, but sedimentary rocks, obsidian, meteor, fun blocks, all of them just so detailed. The beauty of these is that they are not just terrain materials and textures, they have special themes behind them. I really wish Smash Ultimate would have adopted more of these. It would have made certain stages look a lot cooler. For example, we could have turned this bland house into a temple, or this dirty circle into an asteroid. The amount of character and themes these stages would have received with thematic textures is nearly infinite. But hands down, the biggest problem with Stage Builder is the accessories, or should I say, the lack of them. While a massive upgrade from Super Smash Bros. 4, it's still seriously lacking. Hell, Brawl had more of these. Smash Ultimate has cannons, springs, warp zones, bumpers, ladders, bomb blocks, explosive blocks, and winds. While these grant the ability to create some seriously zany levels, the overall package feels very bare bones. There is just so many more hazards and decorations they could have implemented, like poison clouds, sticky substances, lasers, and even returning brawl hazards like spikes and conveyor belts. I don't know why those two didn't make a return. They would have been so easy to implement. Let me provide a few examples of stages with these additional stage hazards. A constant fight in the winds, with those who are blown to the end are engulfed in a poison storm as the toxic atmosphere slowly drains their life away, turning a windy valley into a desperate race towards salvation. And of course, players will try to push push each other into the poison pit to secure a win. Second, a futuristic spaceship filled to the brim with conveyor belts, electric floors, and alternating laser hallways with a black hole respawning them back to the beginning, forced to do it all over again. Here, players would square off in an obstacle course like Warzone, multitasking between fighting off their opponents and dodging all the deadly hazards. With dozens of additional hazards and accessories added to Stage Builder, the number of creative and insane stage ideas increases exponentially. Not a simple y equals x equation, not even a y equals 2x equation, but a y equals x squared, meaning that the more materials granted, the number of possible diverse stages skyrockets. I say, why stop at hazards and decorations? I say they should have gone out and added some sentient hazards in Stage Builder. In other words, enemies. Could you imagine how much more insane stages would have gotten with Goombas, Koopas, Waddle Dees, and Kremlins roaming to assault players? You have to remember this. Smash is not just a fun Nintendo-centered fighting game. It's a complete celebration of the big end themselves, and adding enemies and even Nintendo-themed hazards like warp pipes and POW blocks would have truly shown the beauty of Nintendo fan service. However, the biggest problem with Stage Builder is without a doubt the lack of legitimate platforms. I'm sorry for sounding extra angry in this section, but why did the developers think it was a good idea to completely remove the platforms and mix them with regular terrain? This does not work because platforms are not made from the same material as ordinary terrain. Platforms do not have ledges, so why can players grab platforms? While it's true that this can be removed, platforms shouldn't have ledges to begin with. But the worst thing about the platforms is this. Why? This is exactly why platforms should be separate from normal terrain. It might not look like much for casuals, but for people who take the game more seriously, it's awful. Platforms that stop air momentum can seriously impact the character's aerial game. What would have been a hit in a stage with normal platforms like Battlefield and Midgar could be a miss in a custom stage, all because of these platforms. That is so stupid and should be fixed immediately. This is unacceptable. Despite everything I've said critical about Stage Builder, I by no means hate it. In fact, I like it. I simply wish for it to be the best it could have been. After all, this should be the ultimate Smash game, meaning the developers should have gone all out with everything. And going all out with everything means holding nothing back. Fill the Stage Builder to the brim with content, not just aesthetics, but with solid substance. I love seeing all the amazing stages fans all over the world have poured their heart and soul into creating, and additional material would have only amplified the beauty of this magnificent landscape. To end the video, let me show some of my favorite custom stages I've seen. Roll the clip.
Colors weaved into a spiral flame. Distant sparks call to a